I walked past this and I'm hoping it's what Mark thinks it is.
I think it's a nice bit of Roman pot.
It looks really good. Come on, I've been waiting years for this.
Well done.
Get in. I'm buzzing. I can't believe it. Pick a spot, go there, have a look randomly. You never know what you're going to find. Alright, mud lovers, how you doing? I'm with little Marky Mark, good old blue eyes. How you doing, Mark?
Well,
right?
Very well, Si.
Good. Beautiful day for crafting, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. We're out here, we're going to do some mudlarking, which means looking for anything old and interesting on the foreshore of the rivers of the world, which you know that by now. And yeah, me and Mark are going to get some luck in the muck. There we go, another anchor. Happy days. Well, Mark's just pointed out that there's a few of these Victorian drainage pipes knocking around. Quite cool. That's a bit of wood, but also amongst it is a good old piece of Roman. Nice bit of Roman pottery, black burnishware. Yeah, it's a nice piece. Might have some decoration on that underneath all that sludge. Maybe some finger marks. Put that in the bucket and carry on. It's pretty cool. It's like a cow's skull. See the horns there? That? Yeah, it's. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's pretty mad. It's got some age to it. I'll be leaving that here though. So there's a few bits of Roman around here. Another piece there and another piece here which is decorated and it's got some lovely crosshatch design on there. So that's kind of cool. Complete with fresh seaweed, which I'll have for my lunch. Beautiful. Well, Mark's got a nice collection, ain't you, Mark?
Yeah.
That is. It's beautiful. Oh, two rims. That's interesting. Oh, yeah,
that is, yeah.
Oh, I think that's bone.
Yeah, it might be bone.
Yeah.
Looks like it now.
Lovely, lovely handful of history. Histories on your histories. And the Roman just keeps coming. That's a nice piece. It's like the top of a pot. Lovely to handle this nearly 2,000-year-old pieces of pottery. In the bucket it goes. Yeah, so here we have an abundance of shards and again lovely examples of rimage. What you got there, Mark?
Nice piece of Roman.
That is beautiful. That's probably the best bit so far. Well, I won't call you a novice because you've been mudlarking quite a while, but I walked past this and I'm hoping it's what Mark thinks it is.
I think it's a nice bit of Roman pot.
It looks really good. Come and have a look. That could be awesome.
Oh yes.
Oh, it is as well. Flipping heck, man. That is a beauty. And I walked up and around this thing thinking there might be some stuff at the top. Mr. Bleeding Obvious. Oh, that's lovely. Did you say it's got something on the bottom? Like a little, if you turn it upside down. Is it just, I've never seen a maker's mark before. That's a cracker though, isn't it? Look at that. That's, I mean that's obviously the bowl, right? Like
Yeah.
some sort of mixing bowl. That's a beaut.
Where's the other half?
What a mark.
It was later that I learned that this amazing 2nd or 3rd century Roman bowl is known as a dog dish amongst experts, and it was probably used for making pies or other food. I don't have a dog, so this is now a cat dish in my house, wonderfully modelled by Nelson, aka Nelly.
There you go, one last bit. Oh, I found a bovril. There we go. Look, so we're now even. That can be your. We can swap. You can have a bovril. I know how much you like a bovril.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh. That's got a nice top to it as well.
It's a nice colour actually. It's a lighter version. I mean, I'm trying to sell you a bovril bottle here when you just found the amazing piece of Roman.
Well, that'll end up at Slough Fault.
Yep, that'll be in the museum. Excellent.
Many of our finds will end up in the hands of the Slough Fort Preservation Trust. Their home is a Victorian defence fort turned museum. To see the time that we donated and had a private tour, click the link at the end of the video.
Well, look, there's a big lump of twisted, rusting metal. Probably part of an old barge. It's got to be, I think. Probably then broken up. And this is what's left. It'd be cool if there's an old bell here or something, wouldn't it? But I think all the good stuff's been taken long ago. All the good old wood, good old oak, just left with a lump of rusting metal. Oh, that's pretty cool, guys. That's a nose fuse tip. That one, I think, is an aluminium one. I think it might be First World War. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know this is an aluminium one. And you can see there, it comes off quite easily, so that'll be quite good. I'll clean that up when I get home. We'll be fired at the Luftwaffe or vice versa. Yeah, pretty cool find. Stick around for the clean up and I'll clean that up and you can see all the lovely markings, hopefully.
This World War II anti-aircraft fuse certainly cleaned up well, despite being immersed in the mud for 80 odd years. It looks almost extraterrestrial, doesn't it? Or maybe a piece of spacecraft perhaps. But thanks to my friend Stephen Taylor from StephenTaylorHistorian.com, he told me that this is a number 209 timer fuse. The user could set the time precisely so that it went off exactly when it was needed, having been fired from a 3.7-inch gun like this one. We will remember them.
Well guys, look at this. I don't know what it is. Could be the base of a pot, could be a bit of nothing. Oh no, this is a nice bit of Roman. Pretty sure it is. Base of a Roman pot, I believe. Could be earlier. Could be Iron Age. Wow. That's brilliant. I love that. Barnacles are just falling off it in my handlet. I'll take that home, carefully clean that up, and probably part of a much bigger pot. That's just a small base. Wow, that's really cool. Ready-made ashtray as well. I'm only joking. Well, this is an interesting little feature. They look like it looks like peat. Little peat piles. But I'm no expert. Definitely looks like peat. Maybe they were burning stuff with the peat. I don't know. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool feature. Right where the Roman pot base was found. Could be a Roman kiln. Well, this is pretty cool, guys. Look, it's a really old little boat stuck in the mud forever. How cool is that? Oh, I'd love to carbon date that out, work out how old that is. Nice one.
Well, on second thoughts, I'm thinking this could actually be an ancient fish trap. Some examples found on the River Severn estuary are shaped just like this, in a V formation, and date back to the Mesolithic period some 7,000 years ago. If you like that, here are some more.
I believe these to be old fish traps. Not sure on the age, could be really early, sort of half buried under the mud, some of them. Little glass stopper, Enos, I think that's like salt salt something. Patented little stopper. Going with the Roman.
Ah yes, Eno's fruit salt, how could I forget? I found a few of these bottles over the years that once contained a cure-all beverage made from acidic fruits to cure things like indigestion, which it did, but also claimed to cure cholera, gout, rheumatism and colds, to name a few. Sounds a bit fishy, doesn't it, Nelly? And now I've got a stopper for the bottle. That's handsome.
What are you doing out there? What are you doing out there? See if there's any birdies in there. Whoa, that was a big drop. What an awesome colour cup. Goes well with my logo. Yeah, come home and make a cup of tea with that, I think. Nice one. That's interesting. Santal D midi. Oh, yeah, I wonder what that stands for. D suggests what? German or Dutch? Oh, there's more writing. Paris. Lovely. Well, that's a good one.
Perfume bottle.
Yeah, some sort of cosmetic perhaps. We'll be able to work that out.
Whilst researching this bottle, I found a great website called The Artifacts from the Old Main Building of Illinois State University. They too had found this bottle, and they explained that this Santal D midi bottle was a medicine for the treatment of venereal diseases, that means caught sexually, ooh la la, and urinary diseases, most notably gonorrhea. Santal is the French word for sandalwood, the key ingredient, and midi is the name of the lab that made the pills that this bottle once contained. It wasn't a fluid. It's cool that a 100-year-old product like this, made in Paris, found its way to England and America. I'll put a link to the website in the description below in case you'd like to read more.
I just found this wine bottle and I thought it was going to be blank as they normally are, and actually look, the bottom's been sliced clean off. But we found these before, and they're Ali Slopper, and they've got a really cool picture of I think it's like Punch and Judy on it. So normally I would probably just ignore this one, but I reckon that I could do something with this. Mark suggested make a greenhouse out of it. You could put it in a plant pot and then let the plants grow out the top, which is a great idea. Either that or make a light out of it. I'll take it back, clean it up, make sure there's no terminal cracks in there. But yeah, unusual to see the bottoms knocked off these. Usually it's the tops as they're delicate, but that could be really cool. Lovely, lovely, interesting subject matter. I think that should be okay to level up and upcycle. Oh. Is it a three-parter? That's a nice one. It's probably got 1900s, but that's a nice one. Well, I spied a little bottle. Hopefully it's got something interesting on it. Oh, so far, so good. What do you reckon? Anything on it, Mark? Or not? I'm going to say it's probably blank. Or teaspoons, perhaps. Oh yeah, it's got some writing on. Disinfectant. Newlands pine. Oh, I don't think I found one of those before. Oh, it's a little pine tree as well. Cool. Just there, look, little pine tree.
This humble little bottle has got some very interesting origins. If my research is correct, the surname Newlands links back to one Mr. John Newlands, born in 1837, and he was an analytical chemist. That's basically someone who finds out what makes things do what they do. After years of working in the sugar refining industry and then into teaching, he took some inspiration from others and arranged the all-known elements into a chart we now know as the periodic table. He grouped them into order by their mass and numbered them. Other scientists were also credited for inventing the periodic table, as they did so with more accuracy than Newlands. Anyway, he went on unnoticed for years until 1887 he was finally awarded the Davy Medal for outstanding research in chemistry. I think it's really cool that the man who helped invent the periodic table has his name on the side of one of my bottles.
Here's another bottle. Oh, this is like a gin bottle. I think so. Cool. Whacking great oyster stuck to it, and a gazillion barnacles. I think I'll leave that one. Don't want to be weighing down the hovercraft too much. Quite a cool piece of like art though, isn't it? You know how that just sits there with that.
Yeah, nice.
There's a bottle graveyard here, Mark. Can you see them all?
Yeah.
Look.
Lovely oysters.
How cool is that though? It's like just a, you know, piece of art and just sitting on your windowsill. We can't take them all unfortunately, but there's another couple here. Cool. On the early ones really. Yeah, slightly modern that one. Can't stop myself, we're going to have to carry on looking. A couple more. I can see 3. Oh, that's good. Mate, that looks nice. Do you reckon this could be what we're looking for, Mark?
Hopefully, oh yes.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon it could be? Alright guys, I've just seen in our little bottle graveyard here, this little beauty. I'm hoping it's a Mallet bottle. Come on, I've been waiting years for this. Now I said that, it's not going to be it, is it? But come closer, let's have a look. Yes. See that, Mark?
Yeah,
What do you reckon, mate?
I hope so. It looks complete.
Got my fingers underneath it. Oh, I reckon it is. Get in! That is a Mallet bottle. I'm sure of it.
Well done.
Brilliant! Get in! I thought I was scared of birds, but get in! Oh, that's worth a kiss, right? Oh man, I can't believe it. Look at that, it's got like the slight wonky bit.
Yeah, that's 100% unbroken. Well done.
Oh, flipping heck. I'm buzzing, I can't believe it. Been wanting one of these for ages. Pick a spot, go there, have a look randomly, you never know what you're going to find. And in this case, it's a beautiful Mallet bottle, and you're not going to take the smile off my face all day, Mark, I tell you. Yes.
Right, I've got to better this then.
Yeah,
I've got to find
man,
the next find.
You've done perfectly with your Roman bowl, so we've both had fantastic finds up today. It's been a dream day. I can't wait to get this home and clean it up, get some lovely shots. I'm even tempted to leave the barnacles on it, you know, just because it gives it that real authentic look. But we'll see how they last. Mallet!
Well done.
Stay to me now. Oh man, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Get in.
Well, mud lovers, what a sublime find that was, and thank you so much for tuning in to share that experience with me. For years I've been pulling out broken Mallet bottles, and finally, after a decade of doing so, I've found a complete one, which tells you how rare they are to have survived. This bottle was made between 1750 and 1780, which makes it 250 years old. Some bottle collectors would tell you that this is a transitional bottle. Onion bottles first started and then transitioned into Mallet bottles, and then the Mallet bottles transitioned into squat cylinders. So my one could be described as a transitional Mallet, but whatever you call it, it's my earliest, most complete bottle to date, and the barnacles make this a totally unique wine bottle full of character that looks like it's come straight out of Davy Jones' locker. The lips on the bottles of this age are very interesting as well. They're known as applied lips or string lips, and were often added later to create a ridge to support a string or wire that could be attached to prevent the cork from popping out by mistake, and also to prevent counterfeiting by filling up empty bottles. Wax was also used to seal the contents to make them airtight. Another interesting feature is the kick-up or punt at the bottom. You'll notice that your wine bottle also has this feature and has been going on for centuries. There's a few theories as to why bottles have this indentation, but the most popular belief is that it helps the bottle to sit flat and not wobble, and also gives the bottle strength. It's also handy for when pouring and you put your thumb in it. In the past, it's also known for some unscrupulous bottle manufacturers to increase this kick-up massively to fool the customer into thinking there was more wine than there actually was. I'm so happy I found this bottle. It's on the wish list of many Mudlarks. Let me know if you think it fits into my top 10 finds of all time in the comments below.
Well, I think everything else Mark is going to pay into insignificance today, but anyway, we're still going to keep going. And yeah, nice pickle jar. Yeah, look at the colour on that. Aqua. Yeah, lovely. Would have lovely air bubbles in there, and it looks pretty pristine. Although, yeah, it's a bit of a big boy, isn't it? So yeah, maybe we'll leave this for another day. Well, got another bottle here. I'm not sure what it is. Might be a gin. Oh, it's got some writing on. H&A Gilby. Nice brown one. Nice embossing on that. H&A Gilby. We can do a bit of research, work out what that is. Probably a whiskey or gin manufacturer, I would guess. Cool though. Well, I was just washing my hands in here and I noticed that I don't think it's. Oh, is it broken? Oh, dang it. Cut. Well, just found this bottle and yeah, I thought it might just be another beer or wine bottle, but this one's actually got some writing on. And it's got on there JGB Seagert, sorry, and Sons, I think it is, London. I thought, oh, that's quite. It looks kind of early-ish, but also it's got some nice writing on the bottom. It says there Dr. JGB and something else, but I'm going to take this one, do some research on it because I just think it's interesting, and it's probably Victorian, so we'll find out who Dr. JGB is. And it'd be interesting to see what was in it, because doctors don't really usually prescribe beer or wine, or maybe it's water, I don't know. Or maybe I'm going down a complete wrong assumption, but we'll find out later.
Underneath the layers of barnacles, this unique olive green bottle reads Dr. JGB Seagert. Dr. Johann Gottlieb Benjamin Seagert was a German-born doctor who lived between 1796 until 1870 and was an army surgeon who helped soldiers who fought against Napoleon Bonaparte's French army. Seagert used herbs and plants to create a bitter to alleviate ailments of the stomach. Over the years, the brand developed into an ingredient for cocktails such as the old-fashioned and the Manhattan, under the name Angostura, named after the town of Venezuela where he moved to during his time in the army. The business that creates these aromatic bitters are still going strong today, and if you've ever had a cocktail using bitter as an ingredient, always an odd thought to me, you probably unknowingly had some. So bottoms up.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Very good.
We've both been taking separate walks, haven't we? Oh, nice, I like that. Yeah, it is a little sea urchin, you're right. Cute. Not a fossil though, is it? It's a modern one.
But then same size, but
I found the same one. I found an Enos one. Enos is a salt cure or something like that. That one's nice, isn't it? Prepared by, oh, same guys, Enos. Yeah, I got the bottle for that, I think. Look at them also. Well done. That's a little treasure. Oh, here we have a broken cod. Nice one. That'll cut down nicely. Idris. Nice. Cool. Cut that down when I get back. Shame it's not complete, but there we go. Means I can upcycle it. Woo!
Well, after a clean and a cut down, there was a little bit of damage, but I don't mind that. It shows the history and character of the object. If you'd like to own this cut down bottle that I've converted into a candle holder, then check out my Etsy store where you can find other objects I've found from bottle dumps and rivers, specifically not the Thames though, because selling from the Thames foreshore is not allowed.
Well, I'll just flip this bottle over. I think it's a milk bottle, an early one actually. It's got my name on it, look. Bourne. Got to keep that one, haven't I? How cool is that? For the mud. Well, I saw something miles away and I walked towards it, and it was this. Didn't know what it was, but it looks to me like it's the top of a little lamp off a ship. But that would look lovely as a protector of a find. You see, put it on a little bottle or something that's delicate, maybe even use it for a light. Yeah, that should clean up very nicely.
So I'll be upcycling this wonderful little boat light shade in the next video. So please make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so, and tap that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. I'm going to turn a base using driftwood on my wood lathe, but I'd like to know what you think should be inside it. An old find perhaps, or maybe a piece of art? Let me know in the comments below.
So Mudlarking should be done with a bottle of beer, eh?
I found this bottle. I found it in the hovercraft.
Hey, I think I might have just won the award for the best shard of the year. Right, so you got, I didn't know what it was, I picked it up, and what you got there, right, is a gentleman or woman smoking the longest pipe I've ever seen. Look at that.
Well done.
Cheers, man. The one bit of the plate that you probably want to keep is that. Nice. Well, mud lovers, for today's upcycle, I've got a new toy. Well, mud lovers, for today's upcycle, I've got a new toy. Well, mud lovers, here's that beautiful bottle all cleaned up, and I did say that I would make a little light out of it, and that's exactly what I plan to do. But Ali Stopper has got a very interesting history, so let's hear about that.
Ali Slopper was one of the earliest known characters in a comic strip, first appearing in 1867. He is described as red-nosed and blustery, an archetypal lazy schemer often found sloping through alleys to avoid his landlord and other creditors. He was created for the British magazine Judy by writer and artist Charles H. Ross and illustrated by his very talented French wife Émile de Tissier under the pseudonym Marie Duval. So popular was Ali that he went on to endorse many products such as cigars and good old clay pipes and food relish as well. This is a condiment used to add flavour to otherwise bland meals served up a century ago. Now let's once again use Ali Slopper to add some flavour to my latest upcycle. Here goes.
So as you can see, the bottom of this bottle is broken, and I thought about maybe cutting it down and making it nice and flat, but I'm just worried that because the glass is so thin, if it shatters, I'll never be able to forgive myself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something even better. I'm going to make a wooden, almost like a wooden cuff to go around the bottom here so that it protects your fingers from getting cut, although it's quite blunt, and also it'll be a nice finish. And I've got some original Thames found wood that I'm going to use in my creation. So this is an actual piece of driftwood that I found on the Thames, and I think it's a very hard mahogany wood, at least I'm hoping it is, because that'll mean a tighter grain, nicer textures. So I don't need to use this for this, but I just thought I would. In fact, this might come in handy for future projects where I might find bigger lumps of wood on the Thames, such as this size, and then maybe I can cut segments of it to make bowls, turn objects using Thames wood with the help of this in the future. And it's quite portable, I can carry it. And yeah, well, stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't done so, click that notification bell, because if I use this in the future on the foreshore, you'll want to see it and see what creations I make from it. So all I need to do now is work out where I'm going to use a piece of wood, cut her up, get it on the lathe, and then put this in my lamp. And make sure you wear a snorkel every time you use power tools, or even better, proper eye protection. Yes, Now, because I'll be putting this on a wheel, I want to get rid of these corners, so this is a great tool for doing just that. Well guys, I've had lots of fun and games putting this lamp together, and it's now working. I've changed the bulb over to something a little cooler, or slimmer really, because the previous bulb was huge. It's very cool, however it's not going to fit once we put the bottle around there. So in order to get the cable free to thread it through the bottle, I've taken apart the little switch, and I can't get it back together again. It's just too fiddly, so I just had to fuse it together there. And when I was messing around with it, the actual fuse on the plug went. So I had to decipher what was going wrong there. So we've got a new fuse in the plug, and a bit of a bodged switch, which I'll tape up and cover up. Oh, electronics, eh? Who would want to be one? And this thing wouldn't come out of its hole. I mean, it would have been so much easier if this just unthreaded. So I ended up having to cut it to get this out. Anyway, we're almost there. Look at that beautiful grain. If anybody knows what type of wood this is, please let me know. Some hardwood or another. I'm thinking probably mahogany, but I just don't know. I haven't had that much experience in identifying wood, but it's come out really nice. It's almost like bone. And you can see here, the bottle goes in the bottom perfectly. Bit of glue, happy days. And now I need a cork, so I have to obviously use this lovely bottle of wine to get the cork out. I'm not sure what I'll do with the wine after, probably just throw it down my neck.
Well, mud lovers, I think it turned out nice again, don't you? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I do read them all. And now for the big finale. Yep, even better than a lamp upcycle. Here are some fox cubs that have decided to make the underneath of my mud cave their nursery. Now enjoy a few minutes of absolute cuteness. The mother is around and she's doing well. They often come into the garden this time of year and leave a few months later. And even the chickens don't mind that much. Nor do Nelly and Daisy. And don't forget to click the thumbnail at the end of the video to see the time that Mark and I donated some of the finds to the old fort turned museum. But please watch the fox cubs first. You'd have to be heartless to skip through that. Any super thanks you may want to donate will go on pet food for the cats, chickens, hedgehogs and now fox cubs. Yep, I'm feeding the 5,000 here. So please be kind to nature. Thanks for watching, mud lovers, and I'll see you on the next mud adventure.